Success for me, I would say getting up in the morning, thanking the universe for another day, and being able to live life on your terms. Be able to work on things that you love to do so it don't feel like you're working.
This motivation. Suck, get on your job. If you hate, get on your job. You can look me in my eyes, see I'm ready for whatever. Anything don't kill me, make me better.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for another episode of Likeable Figgas. You're now rocking with your boy, Major Yall. And you know this channel is all about seeing the everyday American consumer do better and be better. And I talk about a vast amount of topics from entrepreneurship, mindset, credit repair, credit improvement, financial literacy, and this whole totality. But today, I'm going to go over basically and let y'all know about what's Likeable Figgas all about. Because I know there's a lot of questions out there that must be answered. I had one guy say, man, you spelled likable wrong. No, I did not spell it wrong. I spelled it the way I want it to be spelled. I know it's not an E in likable. We went through the same American school system. Don't you think I understand that too? And I understand it's not figures, it's figures. I understand that. I'm using the words to be unique. So, where we gonna go from here? Basically, me answering questions that I have pulled from other interviews. So, basically, my point of view of it. What is an entrepreneur? In my definition of what I believe an entrepreneur is. An entrepreneur is someone who's basically decided to take life in their own hands, decided to build something from the ground up to represent the legacy of that last name which he's come from, he or she. Something that if you build it the right way, just like trees, if you grow a tree the right way, it will produce fruit. So if you're an entrepreneur and you build a business from the ground up, no one can tell you how big you can grow your business. Most successful business are built behind closed doors. The idea comes to that person, and that person takes the idea and plant it. And once they plant it in their mind, they start to water it. And that's doing the day in and day out task that it takes to build that business. So what inspired me, I would say, well, Walla Solutions, what inspired me to build Walla Solutions, and it's a financial literacy business, financial consulting business, rather, I would say my own personal finances. Wanting to understand how the green dollar work, how this American currency is working for us, and how some people feel like they can't get in it and some people feel like they can't stop getting it. So I wanted to learn it, the ins and outs of it. So I took it upon myself to start reading books, going to different conferences, going to different seminars, talking to different people, all type of things to just increase my knowledge about how to make, well, not make, only people that make money work at a mint. Shout out to Bob Proctor. But basically to understand how to earn money. Money comes where it is invited and it stays where it's welcome. So I wanted to understand that. I wanted to understand that it's a currency. So I understand that it's a current. It flows like energy. Money is not meant to stay inside of a savings or a checking account. It is not meant to just be housed. Money is meant to put into work. It's meant because it is a energy itself. You can have $20, a $20 bill. It's a flimsy piece of paper in your pocket. But just say if you take that $20 bill and you loan it to someone. Now you loan that $20 bill to someone, you tell them, on this day, I need 25 back. Now, that money is not physically clocking in going to work, but you just put your money to work. And that's just in the simplest form. You just put your money to work just by earning interest off your money, the same way the bank do. The bank loan you money to get things, and they just don't allow you to pay them back the money that you borrowed, correct? Right? You have to pay what? Interest rate on it. And the better this thing a credit score, which every person has that's over 18. You develop a credit score, and the better your credit score, the less you have to pay them back. Once I learned it, and just by having individual conversation with other people, I realized that it is a gap in the market that most people do not understand it. Yes, people are adults and they deal with it, but they don't understand it. They don't understand how it works. Like most people have been raised and grown up in situations where a person has told you cash is more important than credit. Cash is everything. Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money. Dollar dollar bills, y'all. It was all in the rap songs. So it gives you the mindset of think I buy everything. I'm gonna buy everything cash. I don't need credit. That is most. You show me a person that thinks that way, and I'll show you a broke individual. And I'm not saying broke as in $0. I'm saying broken as in broken in half, like as in need to be fixed. Okay, that's the inspiration behind Walla Solutions to better the public in a chase to financial literacy. Not just one particular race, for all people. No discrimination on this part. I'm here working with all people. I have clients in all different races. Likeable Figgas, okay? Likeable Figures have been privileged to go to a bunch of different type of seminars and events. And I meet some really, really dope individuals. The things that they know, everyday individuals are dying to understand this, are needed to know this. And people think it comes so simple to these individuals, but that's what make them think it's just regular. But I started Likeable Figures because I wanted to show them with the information that it's people out here that want the information that you have. And it's very important that they get it. Now, so I said, what's the best way of doing it? Basically getting the word out of people that inspire me. If you inspire me, I know that there's someone else in this world that you inspire, and I want to get that word out. And these are not big individuals with major following, but these are everyday people that's doing the grind day in and day out that are not the famous type. No, these are everyday people that starting from the ground up, that are building their businesses out, and they having success and they having failures, but they are real. These people are just like you. If they started, you can start. You're going to see as you watch the interviews that, oh man, that person went through the same thing I went through. They having the same problems I have, or they think the same way that I think. You're going to see this within the interviews if you watch them, when you watch them. So, since I started my business, has my priority changed? I would say yes. My priorities changed a bunch. Like my morals are still the same. My morals, I would say, have changed for the better. I have better morals, better guidance, or a more sound mind right now. But when I say my priorities change, my priorities like, okay, if you would have talked to me a couple years ago, my priority was, but I'm finna work as much overtime I can. I'm finna kill them. I'm trying to work 100 hours this week. That was one of my priorities, to try to work as most hours I can in one week. Or I want to go hang out. I got an off day. I want to watch this TV series. My priorities change because now in my spare time, I am not focused on the distractions, the football games, the basketball games, the TV shows, all those things. I have switched that up. So yes, I would say my priorities change because those things that I see people engage in, I don't engage in those no more. I can't see me allowing myself to watch a 3-hour football game when I know I can go on YouTube and just watch 5-10 minutes of highlights. For one, my mind is not going to allow me to do it. It's not going to allow me to sit there knowing that I can be building, knowing that I can be working on something, knowing that I can be thinking, knowing that I can be reading. Knowing all these things, my mind is not going to allow me to enjoy it. So I would say my priorities have changed and I enjoy the way they have changed. If you could do anything different from the beginning, what would it be? Okay, if I could do anything different, what would it be? I would say, for one, I would have got serious a lot longer ago. I would say, for its entrepreneurship, and I'm saying full-time entrepreneur, no job. I would say I got full-time in 2019. 2019 is when I became a full-time entrepreneur, like solely every bill, everything, every dollar you spent is solely coming from dollars that you made with these hands without hitting the clock. So I would say I would have started earlier. That's one thing I wish I would have done different. Another one, I would say taking heed to the information that was given. When I think back, it's plenty of times where I saw things that were intriguing to me that I wanted to know more about, but I never engaged in learning more about it. I wish I would have just, if I find something that intrigues me, like at least do a deep dive on that subject to try to understand it more. What challenges did you run into and overcome when you started out? I would say challenges I ran into are basically not knowing of how to do this. Oh, can I trust him to teach me, or can I trust him to teach me, or just doubting yourself, not being sure about the line that you're going down, the road that you're going down. You're not sure of it, or your focus is off. You focus on this, you focus on that, distraction, all types of challenges of this a big one, and this what most entrepreneurs will never tell you this. But once you starting off and you building your business is not making no money, zero, and now where you have been the breadwinner for your family, and now you have to be codependent on your significant other to be able to provide the lifestyle that you all are having. That's one of the biggest, dang it, obstacles that you're going to have to deal with. That's why I say it's very important how you pick your spouse. You got to make sure that you have a spouse that believes in you and understand that you believe in your dreams wholeheartedly. They got to know that without a shadow of a doubt that you believe in your dreams. And they got to understand that it only takes a man that believes in chasing their dreams, that man is going to be successful. Your significant other got to wholeheartedly believe that. And they got to see it in you. And they're going to have to understand that it takes time. It takes time to be able to plant a seed and be able to get an apple. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But if your significant other love you and they there for you and they in your corner and that's your ride or die, they going to understand, because you going to build confidence, self-awareness, inspiration. You're going to build character within that person. But now they know they're not just doing it for themselves. They don't want to let the person that believe in them down. What would you say is unique about your business? I would say what's unique about my business is that you're getting from a person that been around the world, that's dealt with a lot of individuals. And I would say I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and I would say a person that have a true passion behind understanding financial literacy, or credit, gain credit, manage credit, and raise credit. How to manipulate the system to your advantage. What advice would you give someone trying to start in your industry? I would say get a mentor. The number one thing I would tell someone that's trying to do what I'm doing, entrepreneurship anyway, that's the one thing that most people don't believe that they have to do. A person don't believe that you got to have a life coach. A person don't believe that you got to have a business coach or a mindset coach. It's people out here that coach you through these things. That's why every industry that I started in, I have a coach in that particular industry that I can go and call them, or I can email them if I have any questions. Now, these coaches was not cheap. They didn't come at no expense. But I would say that comes with investing in yourself. Once you invest in yourself and you invest by paying someone else to coach you. So once you invest money in them, guess what? They invest all their time and assets and knowledge into you. So now just think, you pay 10,000 for a coach, mindset coach. You pay 10,000 for them. Now, a person without the knowledge in their mind, they're gonna tell you, it's no way I'm gonna pay one. I'm gonna pay that. I'm gonna pay a person to coach me. I'm gonna pay a person $10,000 to coach me because they don't understand that you didn't just pay for that person to coach you. You paid for the individuals that's inside that coaching program. So imagine you at this level and you trying to get to this level. You enter a program that each level, there's someone in that program at each level. So you're not alone at no matter what level that you get to. So if you go from this level to this level, you got a group of people that you can talk to and bounce ideas off of, and that can hold you accountable. Because I see people do this all the time. You pay for a coaching program and you assume that the coaching program is supposed to be able to make you earn you money. You assume just by you purchasing the program, you're going to start earning money. That's your assumption. No, every program still takes a bit of you holding yourself accountable to do the work, the necessary work it takes to get you to whatever level you're trying to go to. And no, it's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be something that's overnight. You have to be disciplined a very long time before you see progress. Now, a person will ask, well, why would you do something that you're not going to see benefit from for 5 years? Because now you know at least the foundation is built perfectly. By the time you hit that 5 year mark, everything around you is going to be running like a well-oiled machine. Us being humans, everything that we do, the first couple of times we do it, it may be hard, but as we do it more and more, guess what? It comes easy to us. That's how life is. You building a business in the beginning, everything is difficult, everything is slow, everything seems like a hard job, because it is, because you didn't know how to do this till you started. So now you started, now, but as you do it over and over and over, and you educating yourself, you reading, you listen to people talking about this subject, you're going to see that it gets easier as you go along. Do you have employees? And if so, how did you hire them? Yes, I do. I have VAs. I hire VAs. They answer phones and they take appointments for clients that sign up. So yes, I have 2 employees. How do you define success? Okay, this is a good one. I would say success for me, I would say getting up in the morning, thanking the universe for another day, and being able to live life on your terms. Be able to work on things that you love to do so it don't feel like you're working. So a person might ask you, like, how can you do that all day? Because if you're doing something you love, even if it's producing for you, it could be producing a hell of a lifestyle for you. But if you love it, it's not going to be something that you ever going to get tired of doing. You get tired if you're not doing it. That's what I would say. Being able to get up and do and work on things that inspire me, having interesting conversation with interesting people, building my relationship with my wife on a daily basis, being better for her, being the best husband that I can be to her, because I just feel like she deserves that. She deserves for me to be at my best for the rest of our life. Like for me to be the best version of myself that I can be. And if I lack in any instance, it's on me to improve that, to be the best, to be the best father I can be to my kids. I want to have an open dialogue with my kids so they can feel like they can talk to me, but you cannot come to me as if I'm your friend. I'm not going to give you advice as a friend. I'm going to give you the fatherly advice. So every advice that I give my kids, they might not like it. But the advice and guidance that I'm giving them is something that they're going to be grateful that they had once it's time for them to have kids. But I didn't have that. So I want to make sure that I am that for my kids. I don't give the everyday cookie cutter answer. It's a lot of BS in this world that we was taught, and we was taught it the total opposite. But now that I know, I can teach my kids the right way. What have you enjoyed about your journey? I would say the thing that I enjoyed the most about the entrepreneurship journey is just the lessons. The lessons that I learned, that I'm learning, or the commitment that it takes to keep going every single day. Just say if you got a job and you uncomfortable at your job, but just say your job paying you well. Your job paying you well, so you uncomfortable. You have a bad week, but you done worked every day that week, and then Friday come and you got a nice size paycheck. That's going to lessen the blow of what you went through that week. When you're an entrepreneur and you starting from the ground up, you can have a whole bad week, and come Friday, guess what? It ain't no dollars. It's no dollars. That's why if you're going to be and starting out your entrepreneurship journey, that's why it's very important to make sure you're doing something that you love, wholeheartedly love to do. You're going to have to do that one thing for free before you are producing any dollars on it. So, for any person to go full-time entrepreneur, understand that one thing. If you're not doing something you love, the minute you run into a hardship or a rough patch, and within it, you're going to stop. You're going to stop and say, "Oh, I'm going to go do this because it's easier." In other words, you have for an inspired entrepreneur out there, I would say this: if you, like I said earlier, if you're trying to do anything in life, as far as entrepreneurship, anyways, make sure that you love it, because every day is not going to be good days. It's you going to have bad days, but it's all up to you on how bad these days are. Well, it could be things that some people will freak out about. But when I see it, and this is happening to me, like this be things that I can handle. I can handle it because I can process it. I process it, and I try to solve the problem as quick as I can, the best way I can. Number two, I would say make sure if you're trying to go be an entrepreneur, start looking at other entrepreneurs and not the flamboyant entrepreneur. Look at that person. Is there one person that you know that's an entrepreneur right now and you don't see them on social media? Because you know why? Because they are in the building stages of their entrepreneurship journey. Every relationship is meant for something to be gained from that relationship. Look at the 5 people that you hang around with the most or talk to the most. Look at those 5. And if you want to know what you are, look at those 5 people, and it'll tell you exactly what you are and how you are. If you seeing a trait within that person that you don't like, that's only showing you a reflection of yourself. If you're seeing something in a person that you don't like, that means there's something inside you need to fix. That's how life works. Our friends are our friends, and the things that they do that irritates us, which means that we need to work on ourselves. You will have friends that was your friends long ago, and then they come around you now. If you have improvements in yourself, they'll come around you now, and it's like, ooh, because some people just stay the same. They just get older. You'll see people thinking just because, oh, I'm 60 years old, and they'll assume that you need to listen to them. But a 60-year-old can still think the same way they thought when they was 21 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old. They still can think this way. And you have people that's be in relationships with people, and they just age. Age gonna come every year as long as you keep waking up. But that doesn't mean that you're going to be better, because to become better, guess what? To get something out, you got to put something in. You got to be putting some type of knowledge in your mind, some type of way. Something's got to be pouring inside you if you're thinking that you're going to become better. You can get some little wisdom, but it's all going to be surface level stuff. It's going to take for you to take some time out and educate yourself, actually read something, actually study something. Any day is the best day to change yourself. If you want to be improved and you want better, the best day to do it is the day that you in now. That's basically some words of wisdom from Major Wallah. This is Likeable Figgas. I thank y'all for watching. I thank y'all for tuning in. If you have a second, go watch some more of the other videos. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll holler at y'all on the next one. Peace.